to donate this space for us. So thank you.
Alrighty, so I guess I'm between everyone and lunch. We do have lunch that arrives, so please hang out with us for a little longer while we set up lunch. Lunch is going to be downstairs, and then after lunch, we are going to, actually, I'm sorry, can I have your attention? Thank you. Before we head over to lunch, we're just going to present our amazing sponsor, Jump Crypto, who's going to do a very amazing talk for us. I just wanted to introduce myself, Brandy. I am a professor here at Berkeley College. Yes, my students always go to class, because it's my class. No, but I teach business courses here. And I'm also a Berkeley graduate, so I just wanted to shout out Berkeley because they are so supportive. They are so supportive of women overall, educating themselves, and they have some incredible IT programs that I definitely want to encourage you guys to check out if you're looking to get into the space and just learn for the most more general and what's the word that I'm looking for? Traditional route, right? They have some freestanding courses, and of course we have some amazing panels that also have amazing programs to onboard with. So I want to encourage everyone to do that. And thank you all for being here so much. We're really excited about the rest of the day. We promise you we have some deliverables that I want you guys to walk away with. So I'm going to hand it over to Lana.
Before we eat, so there's a very surprise after this, but we want to have Justin from Jump come and speak because he's the reason we get food today. So we want to thank him. Thank you so much. And he's going to talk to us a little bit about Jump, what it's all about, and a little bit more information. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, well, I know I'm the only thing standing between you and pizza, so I'm trying to make it at least mildly interesting. So, first of all, I wanted to thank the whole Blue Down crew for organizing this event, and it's been really cool to just listen, and I don't know how much more wisdom I'll be able to impart after that insanely awesome panel that we just sat through, but I thought I'd maybe try to expand a little bit on those themes, because some of those messages that resonated, I'm sure with all of you, and with me, I saw play out in how Jump ended up sponsoring this event and how I ended up here. So just to give a little background, if you're not familiar, Jump Crypto, we've been in the crypto business for about 7 years now. Our team today is 160 people who are focused on just digital assets. Jump's roots go back to the 1990s. They launched much more on the traditional finance side of the business, trading futures, equities, foreign exchange, everything that you can make a market in. And then like to get into things big and early, did the same thing. Kind of a dual operation of trading, market making, and then along with venture investing. And one of the things we've been doing more and more that we've seen in the crypto space is people don't just want the capital. They want a lot of the advice and the help, and we've been trying to do more and more of that. So we have invested alongside a ton of super interesting, really early stage projects. We still felt like we weren't doing enough, so we're in the process of launching a formal incubator that we're calling the Pit. I'm going to be transitioning to run that, and I'm super excited about it because the idea came because we did sponsor and hope to continue to sponsor a lot of these grassroots efforts, but we felt like our headquarters in Chicago, we have so much in the way of resources there right upstairs, so we leased a new space in our building that's getting kitted out right now, and it's going to be a place for people like you to come build cool stuff. We're going to do a variety of different events, all free to attend, some a week, some a month. We're hoping to incubate some projects. We've signed a couple of deals for teams to post up for longer stints, 6 to 12 months. So everyone here hopefully can get some more information on that and get involved. And honestly, it was conversations with people like, just to call her out for a second, Daphne.
They pushed me out here.
That helped give me the courage to push this with the management at Jump, because I met her in Avalanche at Barcelona. I was there for the hackathon finals trying to find new early stage ventures. And we just started talking, and she was like, yeah, you guys could be doing more. We have this amazing community. Like, don't just sponsor an Avalanche conference. Why don't you sponsor some more stuff like this? And then she introduced me to a bunch of other builders, and it took a little while to come together. But I think if she wasn't in the big room and didn't put herself out there and network, and she was talking not just me, literally every single person at the conference, and saying, come to this side event, come to that side event, just being one of those connectors. Like, if she wasn't doing that, then that energy wouldn't have been contagious and wouldn't have led towards a lot of maybe folks with more resources helping in more impactful ways. So I think that's been really, really cool to see. So in terms of other advice that I would maybe like to share is there's so many other spots. Like I lived in New York for a long time. I moved to Chicago to take this job at Jump, but just being back here this week, there's all these insane places that are popping up. Like Empire now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that one. They kind of you just need to get a free NFT. They kind of want you to download a wallet, and anyone can go. It's 5 stories of people building cool stuff, and everyone's welcome. You have to kind of sign up in advance, but the entry requirements are pretty low. And I know a different crew of builders who I'm at right now who are checking out space in Bushwick yesterday, and are about to start this awesome new thing, and they're going to want the same thing. Like there really is this galvanizing effort to bring new folks into the space. My background from banking, I think it was really interesting to see when I got into banking. It was extremely male-dominated on the trading floor, and I'm not saying it's equal by any stretch, but when I looked at over the 10, 15 years I've worked in that field before moving to crypto, there were actually appreciable changes. Some in the culture, some in the number of hiring. I ran an internship program there, and it was actually fully 50-50 men and women in the internship program for fixed income by the time I left. That doesn't mean they're afforded all the same opportunities, but it does show kind of that with the continued focus and push that these things can change. And I think we're still in that bit of a early stage in Web3 where we do need more. When we did the soft launch event for this whole initiative, we put out in all kinds of Twitter and other means encouraging devs and others to come to apply, and still, it's 90+% guys who apply. And maybe there's other things we need to do, like get it into different channels and but we're not trying to target certain audiences. And even some of the groups I'm in that aren't, mixed men and women, but we were talking about the events this week of NFT NYC. I went to the Magic Eden, did an event last night, and I don't think men, at least, look, of course they're bad actors, but a majority of the people are really trying to do the right thing. And the people in the group were like, how was the Magic Eden party? And someone wrote, it was the best event of the week because there was actually women there. It does bring a different energy. It shows that there's more diversity. It's something that I think, hopefully, at least from what I've seen in my personal experience, and I know I'm not coming this from the same angles, there are a lot of folks who want to do more, who want to do things like this. And it's so much more of a welcoming space of all shapes, sizes, everything than any other world I've worked in, from traditional startups to traditional finance. And that's why I think Jump at least wants to continue to be a good partner. So I think we were basically said to these guys, if the first one goes well, we want to continue to be your title sponsor. We want to do more, whether it's in New York City, whether it's in other places. I think we can blow this out to a completely different level. So the first event we are going to do hasn't been announced, but it's going to be in September. It's going to be focused around Wormhole, which is an interoperability layer. So if you want to learn how to build stuff on Wormhole, there's going to be live coding demos, there's going to be networking with experts, there's going to be all kinds of cool stuff going on. And then I think some awesome stuff will hopefully come of that. We run a huge internship program. It's obviously underway already this summer, but I would say get your skills up to snuff if you're beginning, or if you feel qualified today, even better. But it's an amazing opportunity for the summer to rotate in a slew of different desks and get a ton of exposure to crypto. So I hope if you are in college or just graduated, there's not age requirements. We do get some candidates with bachelors. Please feel free to apply. And I think we have 80-something interns this year, so it is a decent-sized program. And then I really feel like it's just inspirational to look out here and see so many folks who are fired up. Two of my colleagues, Eden, who's our community manager, she's going to be here in a little bit. She's coming from another event. And then Kathy, who's sitting right there, she works on my team, covering a lot of our top portfolio companies, closing deals. I just wanted to call her out. Thank you for coming to support, but she'd be a great resource to get an inside look on what it's like working at Jump. She's insanely qualified. She just actually sat for her bar presentation today, just graduated from, I think, Harvard Law School. So, the absolute, I mean, so much more qualified than me in almost every way. I asked her if she wanted to come up here. She said no. But, there are so many folks who are willing to help you, and you just saw some of them here today, but the broader network is out there. People have gotten jobs just from contributing in Discord channels as community members, from, responding to DMs on Twitter. Like, the accessibility is there, but I do agree, you do have to be willing to ask the question and seize the opportunities that are in front of you, and hopefully Jump and our network can be of help. So thank you very much. I won't stand between you and food any longer. Cheers. Thanks for letting me talk.